Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina, ready for some ASUN SoCon hoops here on ESPN+. The Spartans of UNCG come to the Queen City in search of their first win of the season. That's a tall task with the Queens Royals on deck, 2-0 to start the year at Curry Arena. Another reason it's a tall task is right there. Queens at the top of the coaches poll, predicted to win the conference with all that they returned. Question marks on a lot of those teams in the ASUN, but Queens brought back a couple pieces that we'll see here today. Welcome in Nick Kloss, Armand Brody, Hannah Brady, third member of our team. And these two teams I just mentioned, UNCG 0-4 right now. Queens, they have the preseason pressure on them. Could be a good battle. What are you expecting?
Well, for UNCG, they've got to hit some three-point shots. They make 8 a game. I think they'll need that and then some. Meanwhile, for Queens, play how you've been playing. It's all about pace and space for the Royals here tonight.
And for Queens, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the ASUN. But we'll look at UNCG first, and it's a double-double machine at the moment, and Justin Neely that's taking care of business.
Justin, I tell you what, the transfer averaging 13 points a game, almost 12 rebounds a game. He is one of the best rebounders, not just in the conference, but in the country. Gonna need some help. Negative rebounding margin, a big one coming into this game for the Spartans here tonight.
Definitely is, and you want to talk about the Queens Royals. There's just one man you got to name right now, the preseason player of the year in the ASUN, but he's chasing history right now, 43 away from breaking the Queens all-time three-point field goal record, 42 to tie it, but a historic player.
There's very little that Chris Ashby does not do for this team. He is such a leader, provides such strength for them, really on both sides, but especially on the offensive end.
These two coaches very familiar with each other, and with more on that, Hannah Brady will get there in just a second. Now the lights are on. Let's go.
Yeah, guys, an in-state showdown between two head coaches who are very familiar with one another. Coach Leonard told us before the game that he first met Mike Jones in his time at Radford and would consider him to be a very good friend, but also a mentor as well. He said he loves how he develops his players into his program and turns his program into a brotherhood. But guys, tonight, all respect aside, the Royals looking to get off to a fast start. That's something that Coach Leonard has been striving for this season. That, as well as steering away from the clunkiness of turnovers in spurts. And in the game against Sacred Heart, the defense won the game. So tonight it's about taking a lot of shots and that are timely in order to create separation early on, Nick.
These two teams, great coaches, great leaders. Grant Leonard there, fourth year leading the team. He took over year one of the D1 era, and he's done a great job building this program into that new era. Can't say it better.
That's right. I mean, and the expectations are high. And how about that? That requires an entirely different approach as a coach. When you're no longer the hunter, you're the hunted. That's where Queens is this year. But with a coach like Leonard and with the talent they have, particularly at their guard spot, they feel confident that they can live up to all the hype that they experienced in the preseason.
They got to live up to it. Talking to Coach Jones before this game, the respect he gave to Queens was immense. Just talking and giving the flowers to Grant Leonard in the same way of how he builds his program and how he's been able to build the Royals into a contender in the ASUN at the Division I level. And now they got a chance, if they win the tournament, to go to the NCAA tournament now that they're done with that Division I transition. So a lot to be proud of for Queens and a lot to be excited about. Similar for Mike Jones. He's coming off a 20-win season, which he's done 8 times in his 14-year career. Underway, Michael Terry, Devin Page, and Nicholas Heater are officials here today as the one and only Jordan Watford gets his first start. Up and in, and it's Avante Parker As for UNCG, we'll take a look at the starting five for them, presented by Atrium Health. Donald Whitehead, one of those veterans. Justin Neely was the guy to watch, but Valentino Pinedo out of Spain. A lot of talent here as we see them swinging around. Going up and dropping it in. First bucket for UNCG. 2-2 as we'll get into the Queens lineup presented by Atrium Health. Watford getting that first start. Other than that, pretty similar to what they've done. Ashby, Berman, Mann, and Parker. The difference here, Armand, Berman not running the point anymore. Watford has that job.
Yeah, it's sort of been that point guard by committee for Queens so far this year, but Watford, a freshman who's really impressed them so far.
Well, there's Berman with the feed. Parker once again underneath. He's got 4 quick points.
Can UNCG get contributions from their guards out on the perimeter here to set an early tone against this Queens defense?
Younger Jr. is 21 and right. Here's Pinedo. Puts the chest in, kisses off the glass, no good. Parker, Berman. Watford driving the baseline, underneath, laying it up. Queens getting everything they want right now inside.
Watford is so comfortable around the rim. At 6'5", a freshman who will take it into the paint, is not afraid of contact whatsoever.
Just an unbelievable high school career he had. South Carolina Player of the Year. Million, and now we're seeing Whitehead Jr. Played at California University of Pennsylvania in the PSAC. That was in the D2 level, but he was all first team West there. As Ashby comes down with a rebound. Going back to Parker, swinging it around. Berman will try the first triple for Queens. No good. Mann with the board. Here's another. Ashby, no good on the first. Can't be kept in there by Berman into the UNCG bench.
I mentioned a few moments ago that negative rebounding margin. It's -9 coming into this game for the Spartans. They've got to find a way to crash the boards, not just with their forwards, with their bigs, but their guards have got to make contributions there, getting those defensive rebounds and allowing for some second chance opportunities on the offensive end.
Neely driving in, kicks it out. Younger goes up, kisses off the glass and in. They use him more than any player. Almost 30% of possessions Younger's involved in.
He's an explosive player too. Loves to attack the glass, as you saw on that last play.
Watford. Berman from Tel Aviv, Israel. Played on a couple different Israeli national teams at the lower levels. Watford up and in.
Oh man, he is so athletic. Can change directions on you. Will put you on skates if you come at him wrong.
The McDonald's All-American nominees got 4. Him and Avante Parker are splitting right now. Marvel had to move it. Now we got Neely, touches around Younger. Whitehead listed at 5'10", pull up deep, no good. That was Marvel on the shot.
Really good defensive possession from Queens, and this is really what they've been doing for the entire season to this point.
Here's Ashby from corner. Rarely misses those. Off the mark there. He's 0 for 2 to start. Tripping. Going down, Pinedo gets tripped up by Parker. He'll get the foul. So he'll pick up his first. We do have 2 Queens players waiting to get in with Gus Larson and Ben Jabril.
I really like what we just saw from Queens on the defensive end there. They are swarming. They lock down these guards who want to take those three-point shots, and their defense has been so strong, in particular from beyond the arc. Opponents are shooting just 25% against Queens in the first 5 games this year.
They have the best defensive three-point in the country, holding teams to 25% in the conference. 26th in the country, though, still pretty good. Ashby kicks out. Larson wide open. Gets the first 3.
I tell you what, Ashby's ability to create with his dribble, he's such a threat You want to try and lock him down and prevent him from scoring, but he knows how to share the basketball and get it to a player like Larson who can knock those outside shots down.
Pinedo underneath goes up, and Watford got him on the arm, so we'll have 2 shots at the line when we come back early on. Queens at home leading by 5. These two schools not too far apart, 94 miles separate the two, but only 4 all-time meetings. Queens leads the series. UNCG used to be a D2 and D3 school at one point, and meeting back in 1991 where Queens won twice. The last one was a 79-77 win, and just to put you in the mindset of what was going on in college basketball back then, that was Coach K's first championship.
It's hard to believe that this is their first meeting in, what's that, 34 years? Is my math right there?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm not the one to check that, but I think you're right. Pinedo at the line. Misses on the first.
Pinedo, I like his 6'8", 230-pound frame. He plays really physical. You've seen it even here on the first handful of plays. He will get in there and bang in with forwards and centers.
He brings in so much experience from the D1 level, too. He was on St. Francis last year that went on a run and ended up winning the NEC tournament, going to the NCAA tournament, and he played in the play-in game where they lost to Alabama State in the end, but invaluable experience that you can bring to a UNCG team.
Yeah, you can sort of look at him and just see the confidence he plays with. As a senior, veteran, nothing phases him. You get to that level, you've seen so much basketball, so many opponents, nothing throws you off guard, and it provides a certain level of calm in the midst of the chaos for this team.
Domas Kauzonis checking in from Lithuania. His junior season. Got Whitehead Jr. guarding Watford. Corner, Ashby, good.
He has an unstoppable motor. Loves running, making you chase him to the baseline, to the corner, to knock down those outside shots. You cannot give him airspace.
Whitehead Jr., originally from Pennsylvania, stayed in state, now going to somewhat warmer climates. Watford nearly tumbles. Jabril, corner, 3, 2 in a row for the Royals.
Now the three-point buckets are starting to warm up. It's almost like you get that first one, you start to see it go in, and confidence starts to spread across the team.
First in the ASUN right now in three-point percentage, just under 35%. Kauzenis gets swatted by Larson, stays up, this time a tough bucket from Neely. Larson had 4 blocks last game, he's got 1 now.
How about that finish, though, by Neely? That's exactly what they look for from him. This guy is truly one of the best rebounders in the country at almost 12 a game. He attacks the glass with a tenacity that head coach Mike Jones wants the rest of the team to start to feel.
Last game against Austin Peay had 15 points, 14 boards, as Mann misses right there at the rim, 17-8. 9-point lead right now. Pull up Neely. That's good. Midi.
He's starting to warm up. Has good footwork, can spin. See how strong he is, too.
Going up, it drops. Larson, the finish, and he'll get a chance at 3.
Well, this nice little birthday gift. 24th birthday from Mr. Larson. Takes the contact, drops that one in. See him get smacked right there, stays with it. Upper body strength, he's able to follow through and get that one to go, plus the foul.
Food Lion is the proud sponsor of the Score to Give More program. For each free throw the Royals make in today's game, Food Lion Feeds will donate 100 meals to Queens Campus Food Pantry. So far this season, the Royals have made 31 free throws for 3,100 donated meals. So we'll keep track of that throughout the season. And there's Larson adding 100 on there. Down 10 now, largest lead of the game for Queens. Whitehead Jr. Norgard now in as well. He gets it right back. Clifton Afinda checking in for the Spartans for the first time. Norgard gets Schwieger off him. Schwieger had a great game last time out. 17 points for a career high against Sacred Heart and a big win for Queens. Berman doesn't get it. Pinedo with the board.
Well, Berman did everything right there. Kidding inside, getting into the paint with a really good look. Just couldn't finish it.
Stepping on the line. Nope, it's a travel. Moving the feet there, Afenda.
Another look right there. Behind the three-point line. Yep, too many steps. Allows Queens as an offense to get into their sets, and that's really what they do well. They are such a methodical offensive team. It's all about pace, controlling tempo, getting the best possible look in the half court. Patient offensive team.
Berman going with the pull-up in the paint. There's 2, back to a 10-point lead.
Helps to have a guy like Yoav Berman on your offense too, doesn't it?
Oh, it really does. Leading the team in scoring, 14.8 a game. Foul going against Jabril as missing on the shot there, Marville, as he'll go to the line.
I really like what Marville, this freshman from France, does for this team. Still adjusting to Division I pace and tempo as a freshman, but he's going to be relied upon to initiate offense for this team, and they've got a lot of confidence in him that he can do the job, making him a starter early as a freshman, coming over from France and still adjusting, but so far he's doing pretty well.
I mean, he played K-State in his debut.
31 minutes in that game too, yeah. He played a lot of minutes in his first game as a Spartan.
A lot of trust there. The putback, Kalzonis, the junior from Lithuania, getting on the board.
Kalzonis is one of those guys that they're going to look to, in addition to Neely, who can be a rebounding presence for this Spartans team. They're going to have to get more contributions from their bigs to help Neely out on the glass and trim down that -9 rebounding margin.
Berman has the screen, pops it out. Schwieger, the stroke, no good. He had 17 last time out, was 5 of 8 from beyond the arc. Norgard inside Pinedo, mismatch all day, underneath, wide open.
And that's just great recognition by Pinedo that time. Calzonis making a nice cut. Pinedo able to draw an extra defender and then quickly bounce that pass off for the easy 2.
Gus Larson with the ball, Schwieger and him, the two newbies on the floor right now. Jabril, Ashby, and Berman all on the Royals roster a season ago. Ashby, pull it. No good. Pinedo aboard.
I'd say the three-point shots have been falling a little bit for Queens, and they've missed a few, but it's not been because they haven't had good looks, because they most certainly have.
A foul there. We'll step aside once again. 11:03 left to go. Bringing it back close, UNCG brings it to a 5-point game.
If you want total health care from a provider you trust,
Hi, Blair.
right in the palm of your hand, if you want soup, sweatpants, and zero in-person contact, if you want wellness wherever, our virtual primary care delivers with great website manner.
No worries.
So choose your doctor from our profiles and enjoy the healthiest online relationship you've ever had. House calls have evolved. Atrium Health.
Welcome to the Atlantic Sun, where heart-pounding moments are born and where champions rise above, where speed defies limits and precision finds its mark, where millions of fans nationwide cheer for excellence, determination, and fairness, where public, private, and faith-based schools compete side by side, fostering sportsmanship and unity. From the beaches to the mountains, the Atlantic Sun is the destination.
Before a city turns to you for answers, before the stories that need telling are told, and our nation's biggest companies look to you to make their next big move. Whenever, however, you're called upon to step up, Queens will prepare you to do just that. Because here, Royals rise.
It's 22-17 here in Charlotte, and it's International Students Week here at Queens. Looking at the international students in this game right now, there's actually more than just this graphic, but Pinedo, we mentioned from Spain. You already talked about the fantastic freshman from France, got Canada represented, already talked about Berman from Israel. This is the most international players Mike Jones has ever had in his coaching career.
6 out of the 15. Just goes to show you how basketball is more and more becoming an international sport. Makes for great competition across the board too, doesn't it?
College basketball especially, now becoming a more available route for some of these players in Europe, come over and play some college ball. First one's good for Calzones. A couple other countries. Hassane Mendia is from Senegal. He's on UNCG, as well as Norgard from Denmark, Kuzonis, Lithuania, and Clinton Afinda is from Ireland as well. Then for Queens, you saw Canada and Israel, the two international players for the Royals. 22-19. Calzones gets two at the line. Berman kicking it around. Here's Naz Mann. Started the season off with a double-double. He's good for close to 10 rebounds a night. Parker out. Jabril over the top. Another.
Jabril does not mind spotting up. Nice three-pointer from the wing and stopped the bleeding for a moment there. Greensboro was on a 7-0 run.
Grant Leonard before this game talked about the returners and how Naz Mann and Yoav Berman have really stepped into bigger roles. Chris Ashby, a little bit of a bigger role, but not too much. He said Ben Jabril's the one that's out the starting lineup. He's still kind of finding his spot, finding his place. Well, you'll earn minutes hitting shots like that.
Absolutely.
Going quick, Berman, corner, he's short. Naz Mann battling again for the board, and he draws the foul.
I tell you, I will give Greensboro some credit, though. We talked a few moments ago about the need for their guards and their other players besides Neely to give them some contributions on the glass, and we are seeing that. They're playing with another level of energy and intensity right now, and they're making Queens work, and that's how they've been able to chip away at the lead here and get back into this ball game. And as I say that, they pick up a foul, and Pinedo just picked it up.
So Pinedo gets his first.
Greensboro better be careful, too, not just because of this foul. They actually could have called
It's actually not Pinedo. It's going to be a Finda,
Yeah,
number
Finda,
2.
yeah.
So he got contact on the arm, sends Yoav Berman to the line. Traditionally good at the stripe. Queens as a team, 70%. Younger's going to check back in. A Finda after that foul will head to the Spartan bench.
One of the things I have seen a lot from Greensboro here is they are grabbing a lot on the perimeter, especially. They better be careful about that. Fishes have not caught a lot of those, but they are playing a lot with their hands. Maybe a little bit too physical here to this point, but they've gotten away with it largely.
14 fouls for the Royals, 3 for the Spartans. Kick ball there, but the Royals bringing some pressure.
Yeah,
off the
1-3-1
jump.
here. 1-3-1, something we saw even when they played Winthrop, first game of the season. Give a different look for this Greensboro offense to have to deal with.
Younger on the inbound, 27-19. Queens back up 8. Queens has led since the moment the game started, dropped the first 2. Tied for a second, but since then, Royals in control. Pinedo, backdoor cut. Younger slamming it down.
That's beautiful. And I think Pinedo set so much of that up, man. What a veteran leader he is on this team. Able to find the right players and get them where they need to be offensively.
Watford to the corner. They're saying it's touched by UNCG. But going back to KJ Younger, just hit that basket for the Spartans. Back home, he's from Matthews, North Carolina, and getting a slam dunk in the home city.
To nearby Weddington High School. Football powerhouse, too.
Oh,
over
yeah.
in Weddington.
Watford going to the left hand, swatted by Pinedo, but goes in.
Watford is so good at penetration because I think he always sees a lane even when one doesn't necessarily exist.
He's got 6 points now. Down low, Pinedo has to get fouled. Not enough, still finishes. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, he just gets really good positioning here on Schwieger. And Schwieger is already late, already playing behind him. Good physicality, and Pinedo's with those strong hands and strong ability up around the rim to finish that one. Is able to draw the foul on Schwieger.
Pinedo trying to make it a 3-point play. Hits it.
Pinedo, one of the real underrated, in my opinion, stars on this Spartans team.
Foul away from the ball. They're getting it on Lillian Marville, the freshman from France.
So much of the attention goes to Neely, as it should. A lot of the attention goes to Whitehead, as it should. But a guy like Pinedo has a presence, especially in the middle of that offense, to set things up not just from inside but outside as well, is key to the Spartans' approach.
Pinedo picks up another board. He's got 3 points, 3 rebounds. Marville. Here's Neely. Guarded by Ashby. They're calling Ashby on the foul. He'll pick up his first.
This game is starting to get a bit physical here, a bit chippy. I think Queens took offense to some of the physicality from the Spartans early in this game, and you can sort of feel the temperature rising a bit here.
These are two teams that shoot a lot of free throws. Neely in for Pinedo, another mismatch. Can't get this one. Schwieger with the board. Man. Going back up against Pinedo, he did. Schwieger lets it go. 3 for the Royals.
Coming off that career high 17 points versus Sacred Heart. He loves that catch and shoot three.
Him and Gus Larson having career days. Whitehead pulling from range, probably the best shooter that this UNCG squad has. But with that, we'll step aside once again. 32-24, close so far, but the Royals steady ahead.
You know how some guys just have it? Jordan Watford just has it. And he always has it around the rim. Wants to penetrate, can cross you over, will take contact, wants to go to that left hand. He's able to work here on the Spartans defense. I tell you, of his three baskets, they've all been at the rim. He is fearless, an attacker, an aggressive mindset that he applies on the court. And that's how he's been able to be so successful here in this first half with those 6 points.
Watford perfect from the field, 2 assists in his first start. Hannah was outside the huddle for Queens. Hannah, what'd you get?
Yeah, guys, with the Spartans turning up the heat, the Royals looking to continue to create some separation offensively. Head coach Grant Leonard's message to his bench in that last timeout was to limit their ability to shoot, to slower their tempo, stay disciplined, stay down, and show their hand, Nick.
Right now, up, but there is Neely getting in on the scoring, fouled from deep, hits the shot. He'll have one at the line, a potential 4-point play.
How in the world did he make this shot? He has no space here. Falls and nails it, taking the foul from Mann.
A great play there from the star player, Justin Neely from Miami Beach, Florida. Played at UAlbany and averaged around 8 and 5, 8 points, 5 boards. This year, taking a big step in what he's had to do for UNCG. Averages just under 12 boards a game. He's guarding Yoav Berman here. Goes to the left hand, Ashby. Corner, 3, no good there as coming in. Cam Clark just let it fly. Clark, a junior coming from the JUCO ranks at Itawamba. Driving, Younger. It's Clark who's going to get called on that foul.
You see a lot of contact on that drive, but I like what both teams are doing They're being aggressive. They're putting the ball on the floor. We've seen some great shooting to this point. How about this? Greensboro, 58% from the floor. Queens, 52% from the floor right now. Both teams really lighting it up. These defenses are going to have to lock down a bit, and in particular Greensboro, they've got to do a better job of denying some of these perimeter passes and not letting Queens get off some of these threes. They are in rhythm, and if Queens gets those rhythm threes, they will hurt you.
They're 5 of 12 right now from deep, and that's not the recipe you want if you want to take down Grant Leonard and the Queens Royals. Have to keep them at a lower percentage, but we mentioned it earlier on. Queens keeps teams around 25% from deep. UNCG's at 20 right now, guarding the perimeter well.
But they're still getting buckets.
Still are. Been able to stay in this one, keep it now at a 4-point game. Closest it's been in quite some time. Largest lead was 11 for the Royals. Got Schwieger back in with Ashby. Here's Mann looking for his first points, but Ashby tries it from deep. He's got it.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Get a little bit of separation, get a rhythm three-point shot. And we've seen Ashby. He will take those threes from anywhere. So confident.
Takes 2 threes. They don't go in. Oh, maybe it's an off night for Ashby. No, next 2. He's 50% now. It's going to be UNCG ball staying with the Spartans.
Jabril back in, and he's knocked down a couple three-point shots too here to this point.
Jabril is 2 for 2 from deep. Perfect right now. King's in now for the Spartans with Calzonis down low. King. Whitehead lets it fly. He's been cold to start. Jabril the rebound. Pushing in transition. Queens will slow things down.
Jabril enough of a presence there to force that three to be offline a bit for Whitehead.
Berman kicks out. Clark. Hop step. Berman. 3. Good.
Good luck helping off Berman. Because if you leave him open, you may as well just run back down the floor and get ready for your offense.
This Queens team can shoot lights out. That's what happened against Sacred Heart. Neely draws the foul. Head to the line for 2 shots. It's a quick second picked up for Jabril there with 5:20 left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, Leonard doesn't like the call, but give Greensboro credit. I thought that they would have to knock down a lot of three-point shots to be active in this game here. They've only made 1. But they are attacking against this Queens defense. They're getting to the foul line. Now, the problem is they are terrible right now from the free throw line at just 5 of 10. That's got to improve. But they are doing a good job of making Queens work defensively, and they're able to draw contact and get to the foul line, which is key to their success here in this game tonight.
That's something the Spartans do really well. They get to the free throw line more than 41 teams, or many teams in the country, 42nd. First in the conference in the SoCon right now. They attempt 28 free throws a game, but they only make around 60%. Yeah, so have to cash at a higher rate if you're going to get to the line. Ashby. Already got 6. Berman. He's leading the way with 7 right now for the Royals, but a flurry of scoring throughout the whole entire roster. Berman can't get it, gets his own rebound, stripped away, jump ball. Arrow with Queens. Actually, excuse me, it's with UNCG. So they'll take the ball, 38-30, under 5 now.
Another thing I've liked about this game, just 2 turnovers combined here. It's been pretty clean.
Been clean. The battle of the boards is pretty even still. 13-11 in favor of Queens as splash in there. King gets going from beyond the arc. That could spark some momentum here late, down by 5.
King just wants to maximize the minutes he gets on the floor. That's a good way to do it.
There's a foul going against 13 in white. That is Donald Whitehead Jr.
We talked about Younger being from Weddington High School. Well, Landon King, who just made that three, went to West Charlotte.
He's right back in the home city.
Oh, yeah.
From the QC, back in the QC. Watford back in. Berman. Been so impressed with Watford. First game as a college point guard, running things well. Parker inside, scored the first 4 points of the game. He's got another 2, 6 now for him tonight.
Good job by Parker there, taking advantage of the mismatch that he had on a much smaller player, Donald Whitehead, just 5'10". He took advantage of it and pounded his way inside there for the 2.
Calzones backing in Larson. Tough bucket to get through Parker and Larson. 5-point game again.
Yeah, that is a tough shot. They are banging inside, too, here on the defensive end.
Points in the paint are 18-16. Ashby, deep. Doesn't miss.
I tell you, man, I was watching Larson and Calzones a second ago there. It's been impressive watching them go at it, and they are banging each other with throwing a couple elbows and everything. It's physical down in there, like old 1990s NBA basketball.
Hey, don't go into the trees if you don't want to get hit. King, long one. Pinedo finishes on the putback. 6-point lead as UNCG staying competitive.
And doing it with second chance opportunities, crashing the board, something we talked about going into this ball game.
Offensive rebounds are even too, 4-4. Watford. Hop step. Gets his own rebound. Put back and one. Jordan Watford, the bucket and a foul. When we come back, he will have 2 shots, or 1 shot actually, at the line. Chance at 3. 2:35 to go on the clock. Royals in front.
The first question out of a kid's mouth is, when can I get back to doing what I want to do?
So in 2019, I was in class and I was doing a jump that I've been doing since I was maybe 6 years old. And my foot went one knee, my knee went the other, and my knee dislocated. It amazes me how I went through what I went through and I was still able to continue my dreams.
We will be relocating our conference headquarters to the city of Jacksonville, and we're really excited to help be fuel to your fire of what you got going on here in the city of Jacksonville.
Hang another banner. A-Sun banners, the A-Sun Championship, and are going to the NCAA tournament for the first time. Sun Championship.
Here, strength comes from within. Practice makes perfect.
And curiosity knows no bounds.
I believe Queens graduates will create a better tomorrow. Where we go next? That's up to us.
It is just raining right now for the Queens Royals. 53% from beyond the arc.
They hit 16 against Sacred Heart, and they're on the way to about that same number here tonight. I tell you, this kind of three-point shooting gives you so much confidence, and what's really been impressive is the fact that they've been able to get those three-pointers in rhythm. We talked about it a moment ago. Greensboro's got to do a better job of contesting on the perimeter, getting hands into the passing lanes, not allowing clean passes so that these Queens players can spot up players like Ashby, who is a fearless three-point shooter. You cannot give him an easy opportunity to fire one up from distance.
So Watford at the line for the chance at his three-point play. You mentioned 16 threes against Sacred Heart. They already have 8 in this first half. There's still 2.5 minutes to go. So they're on pace at the moment. Seems like we have possible clock discrepancy. Actually, it's blood. Pinedo has to get that cleaned off.
Yeah, he would be the one, too, with
Hey, you said it was getting physical down in the post.
And it has been. It really has been. Calzones of Greensboro, Larson of Queens. You kind of love to see it, though. I'll be honest. I like it.
It's great.
Messing things up on the inside.
Tough, hard-nosed basketball. Got right now, Gus Larson, tallest player on the floor at 6'10". Pinedo, 6'8". As that goes in for Watford, completes the three-point play. He's got 9 tonight. His career high is 16 points. Did that against Lynchburg. This is already tied for his career high against a Division I opponent. Had 9 points back against Villanova. Pretty good D1 opponent to do that against.
Yeah. Queens looking to trap a bit here, and they get opportunities.
They get a hand on it there. Neely fakes the handoff. Ashby getting the hand in the cookie jar, goes out off Berman. Stays Spartan ball.
It's great help, though, by Ashby. They didn't get the turnover, but great help defense getting in there and swiping that ball away from Neely.
7 seconds on the shot clock. We get a whistle away from the ball, and they're going to ask for a spot to be checked on. So you see there the Chick-fil-A cow in attendance. So some VIPs here at Curry Arena. I heard there were some free sandwiches tossed around.
I didn't hear that.
Well, it wasn't to us, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Popped around, Parker. Kicks it over, Watford running things, Ashby. Jordan Watford, 9 points for him. Been very effective, has 2 assists to go with it. Driving, baseline, underneath. Put back, Parker! So a whistle after that slam. And the shot clock went out after Avante Parker slams the rim. Let's see it again.
Avante Parker is a rim rocker. What a finish. Creates matchup problems with his great athleticism and his height.
Well, luckily, shot clock popped right back on, so not a long stoppage here as Avante Parker now with 8 points himself.
At least he didn't bring it down like Shaq did one time.
Exactly.
Back in the day.
We're not dealing with cleaning up broken glass. Is it still glass?
I don't know, Nick.
I don't know. Younger. Pinedo, now Marville will try his luck from 3. Gets knocked down, no foul. Larson with the rebound. Larson is second board today. Yoav Berman, 7 points, but he's 2 for 6 from the floor. Been finding his teammates a little more. Here is now Watford. Parker, 3 from the corner. Avante Parker.
But see, all of that is set up by Watford's ability to penetrate. He's able to draw contact and then kick that pass out, kick it out for the three-point shot.
So UNCG takes the ball. The shot clock went out again. So that is why we got a stoppage.
Parker with 11 points now. And with this Queens team, it's almost like pick your poison, you know?
Exactly.
Well, we want to focus on Ashby. We want to make sure Berman doesn't get his. Well, here comes Man. Here comes Watford. Here comes Avante Parker. Next thing you know, you're struggling with which player to try and go after.
So they got to send both teams to the benches as they try to get this figured out. Also, Jim Piscatelli, our producer, came in tempered glass.
Okay.
So it's because of Shaq and other dunkers around who have broken the glass in the rim. Now, not supposed to break.
Not many people can say, though, that they dunked with such ferocity that they stopped the clock.
Vontae Parker can.
Yeah.
51-37. So the Royals, even though this has stalled progress at the moment with 55 seconds left to go in the first, this is their largest lead of the game, 14 points. 8-0 run over the last minute 40. So keeping a scoring drought in effect here for UNCG. And it looks like we might just go with the single shot clock.
If you're Greensboro, get back into what has made your offense click here in this first half. It's not been the three-point shot. It's been penetration. It's been being physical, putting the ball on the floor, making Queens defend you, forcing them into tough situations where they end up fouling you, creating contact.
Here are the Spartans. Younger went up, asked for the contact, and he got it. 2 shots at the line.
Just like that. Take it right at this Queens defense and make those defenders have to commit. Another look at it. Zone defense from Queens. Blow by, help comes. Obvious contact there right near the apex.
Younger, just a freshman, but a big role on this team. Had 8 points last time out against Austin Peay. Has only hit double figures once. Did that against Elon. That was a close one. They lost 90-92 in overtime. It's been a tough schedule here for UNCG early. They started the season against Kansas State. They had Austin Peay recently. NC State was on the docket as well. Berman can't get the bounce. And I mentioned Elon a moment ago. Younger. Marville driving past Schwieger. Had nothing there. Goes out of bounds. Queens ball with 26 seconds left.
Leonard wants a timeout here to try and get a good shot before the end of the first half here.
You're exactly right. They'll take a timeout. Queens wants to talk things over, so 26 seconds left. 51-39, and the Royals have the ball right now. Armand, what are you thinking going on there for Grant Leonard?
I think you're drawing something up here just to get your best possible shot. Now, they got plenty of time, and we know how Queens offense wants to work. They believe in getting good shots in the half court, so this will be par for the course for them. Spacing is always important. They want to spread you out, penetrate where they can, get the best possible shot. And of course, as we've seen here in the first half, they will crash the offensive glass. They've got 6 offensive rebounds here in the first half.
Those 6 offensive boards, just 2 ahead of the Spartans. Rebounding overall, 17-13 in favor of Queens. UNCG still shooting great from the floor, 54%, Queens 56%. So from 2-point range, everything's falling.
The Spartans bringing a little bit of pressure there just to hurry things along in the backcourt.
Berman guarded by Neely, 10 seconds. There is no shot clock, and I mean that, not just on top of that. There's none going right now. Ashby, no good, 1 second. Put back, Parker, that should not go. But they called it 2. Our official right in front of us, that is Michael Terry. He put the 2 down.
Look very high there up on your screen. We'll see. Oh, that's close, but I think it's still on his left hand when he let it go.
It seemed like initially that he didn't have it off in time, and they're saying it's no basket, so that'll take us into half. 53-39, Hannah Brady right now with Grant Leonard.
Coach, we're seeing the offensive output here from your team early on, but how have your team been able to be so balanced in the scoring output here in this first half?
We really emphasize sharing the ball and playing for each other, and so it's whatever the defense gives us, and right now I think we're making great reads and taking care of the ball.
defensively, how do you buckle down for the next 20 minutes, Coach?
Yeah, we got to stay down a little bit better because I thought we left our feet and gave them some angles. And then we got to do a better job protecting our paint. They're not killing us from the outside, and we got to make them earn it from there.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you, Hannah. As our shot clock getting fixed up during the half. Royals up 51-39. Queens, 9 players have played. 7 have found the bottom of the basket, well spread out on the scoring front. Royals up on UNCG here at the half.
Introducing SportsCenter for you, personalized every single day. Now available on the ESPN app. Powered by your favorites.
These athletes are very funny. They love to put some smiles on the faces of coaches. And with that being said, they ended up getting some temporary tattoos of my face and put it on themselves before our practice at North Florida. So, I didn't notice what was happening, and all of a sudden we're about to start practice, and I noticed one of our student athletes maybe 10, 15 feet away from me having something on their face, and I was like, what is that? I kind of turned, and I noticed it on someone's leg, and then I kind of turned, and I'm like, wait, that tattoo kind of looks like a super awesome looking dude. And then I'm like, oh, they all have my face printed on their arms or their face or their neck and all that different stuff. So it was a surprise. It was absolutely hilarious. And I'll even say this, those tattoos are really scary good because it even unlocked my phone with Face ID. So that's a little scary. But, even they had, I don't know how many they printed, but they must have been like 1,000 because they had a bunch and they gave me a couple. And so now I have a temporary tattoo in my office of myself also waiting to, be put on. So maybe I'll put that on after we win the championship or something. But, it's a pleasure, and honestly, it's pretty hilarious, that these kids want to help celebrate something so special to me. So you don't often find how great of a team you have until it's like little moments like that. So it meant a lot to me. We often do meetings every month and we talk about birthdays or whatever is going on, and we like to celebrate the little things because ultimately it's not just volleyball. We're here to help the student athletes become better people and enjoy their experience here.
Queens women's volleyball led by head coach Matt Stoles. Their season actually ended earlier today, 3-1 loss to Eastern Kentucky in the ASUN quarterfinals, but getting to the ASUN tournament, a great achievement. Congrats to the Royals. 51-39 here at the half. More to come. Player to watch update on the other side. A 12-point lead for Queens over UNCG at the break. And we had players to watch at the top of the broadcast. For Queens, it was Chris Ashby. And then on the other side, we had Justin Neely. But Jordan Watford kind of took over. Got to talk about him in that first half.
What hasn't he done? 9 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds from the outside. Will cross you up, take you off the dribble, work against contact, stay with it on the offensive glass as well. Such an impressive young player, one of the most ballyhooed players coming out of high school in the history of Queens basketball, and now you see why.
He really popped off the floor in that first half and efficient as well. Neely, still the player to watch for UNCG right now, 9 points, 4 rebounds, but it almost feels like he can get more involved.
Yeah, he also needs help too. Help from his other rebounders. They've gotten some of that. They just need now some more scoring help from the outside players in particular to help UNC Greensboro stay in this game.
And Wofford's running the point. First start of his career. He's got 3 assists to go along with it. 51-39. Team starting to retake the floor. We'll have some highlights and stats on the other side. Right now it's the Queens Royals up at half at home, Curry Arena. UNCG down 51-39 at the break as we welcome you back here to Charlotte, North Carolina. Nick Kloss, Armand Brody, Hannah Brady, third member of our team. We'll get to her in just a second. Right now, UNCG looking for that first win of the season. Both these teams are shooting really well, but there's a difference. UNCG, 54% from the field. Queens, 53% from beyond the arc.
Queens knocking down the three-point baskets. Meanwhile, UNCG just 2 of 9 from downtown. Can they get some contributions from the outside? They're going to need it. They've been good in the paint, but they're going to need those outside shots to fall here in the second half.
It's hard to beat Queens when you can't stop the shots from the outside. Let's take a look. You'll see some of that here with the Spartans and the Royals in the first half.
It's been physical and it's been scrappy, and Greensboro has gotten into the paint. 22 paint points. You heard head coach Grant Leonard talk to Hannah before the halftime break about how we've got to do a better job of protecting the paint. That'll be key. Meanwhile, Queens, they are just lighting it up from downtown. 9 of 17 from beyond the arc. Ashby has made 3. Jabril has made 2. Larson has contributed. Parker, so many great weapons, and they've been knocking down those three-point shots here in this first half.
Just looking at the breakdown, 9 of 17 from beyond the arc. Winning the battle of the boards are the Royals. Turnovers, 2-1, really keeping the Rocks safe, and then a lot of assisted baskets for the Royals. We'll kick it now over to Hannah Brady, standing by.
Yeah, guys, I had the chance to catch up with head coach Mike Jones at the half, and he told me I really liked what I was seeing offensively from our team. I saw a lot of physicality, which is something we talked about going into this game against Queens because they're a tough opponent. He told us earlier before this game that he wanted to just play a full 40 minutes, play with consistency because they haven't really done that in the past couple games before. So he wants to play hard, play focused, but play a little bit with a little bit more freedom here in the second half, guys.
Yeah, Mike Jones leading the way for UNCG, a very new team for him this year. Said 12 newcomers with 3 returners, but he said to us before this one, the 3 returners didn't really see much time. The most was a player that played around 8 minutes a game, but really the way he looked at it was they have 15 new players this year.
Yeah, and that's hard to do. You're trying to build culture with really nothing coming back for you. So that requires a different level of locking in as a coach and trying to get your guys to believe in what you want to establish as a program. Speaking of establishing, they're still trying to work on the shot clock over here. Now, we were told that they can operate this game. They can run this game with just 1 shot clock, but 2 is better than 1. So they're going to keep trying to work on it so we can be squared away for the second half here.
Yeah, our ref, Michael Terry, came over, explained that a new rule this year, you can run a game with just the singular shot clock. So that's why they were able to resume play. Did not have to wait for a second one to come up. Obviously, it is getting fixed here at Curry Arena. Seems to be back up and running. Huge shout out to the in-arena crew getting that back up if we can keep it on. It went back out right as it went up.
Stood it up, then out it went. It's all Avante Parker's fault.
This can all be traced back to one man, and it's number 6 in dark blue.
Too strong, man.
Let's look at it. We got it right here.
Yeah, it all happened here with the cleanup. So physical. A little extra something at the end of that one. And we've been having problems ever since. I always knew Avante was a little troublemaker. I kid, of course.
He is right now. He's playing good, too. Avante Parker, 11 points for him. He's the only player in double figures right now for Queens. But very well spread out. I mentioned the point spread for Queens. So with that clock out, gonna talk with Mike Jones, Grant Leonard, and all 3 officials, Michael Terry, Devin Page, and Nicholas Heater. And decide on what they will do. Like we just said, they came over, explained to us that you are allowed to go with just the 1 shot clock.
But if you're a player, right, you certainly want both shot clocks. Now, it changes how you have to approach the game. If we do continue here with just the 1, you've got to have sort of an internal clock here. I mean, you should always have it, but even more so when you only have 1 shot clock.
So they're going to go with just the 1 shot clock. Michael Terry coming over to give us a brief explanation on that one. They are allowed, he referenced it again, allowed to go with the 1 shot clock, so they're electing to continue.
But let me say this too. These players also have to communicate on the floor now in an even more meaningful way. They've got to talk to one another and make sure that everybody knows how much time is left on the shot clock when the ball is headed to our right.
And it's a slight advantage for Queens. Parker. Roll and slam. This time, shot clock still on.
I said he was a troublemaker. Look at the spin. Oh, man. One more look. Woo! Pinedo never had a chance. One more look even. Above the rim.
Avante Parker coming from Georgia Southern. Spent 2 years in Statesboro. 25 starts now in the Queen City. laying the hammer down. Had a highlight dunk in the first half, and now early on in the second, he gets it going. He's got 13 now, leads all scorers. Pinedo gets him to jump, goes up, draws the contact. 2 shots for him.
Pinedo is so comfortable in the paint. Said his favorite player is one of his favorite players, as you might expect, Pau Gasol. And for good reason. You see the influence of Pau in some ways. He's just so confident on the interior. Shot clock is back. Game clock too on our scoreboard, on our clock to our right. Now it's back out, but Pinedo is such a sharp player. I tell you, there's very little he doesn't think he can do on the inside, especially on the offensive end.
Pinedo was all NEC third team last year, playing in 29 games for St. Francis, a team that I mentioned made the NCAA tournament. Before that, he was at East Carolina. So this is stop number 3 for the big man. Misses the first one.
Can go to either shoulder. Just loves hurting you in the paint.
(54-40), 14-point lead for the Royals, tied with their largest in the game. Parker, Ashby takes it from way out, no good. Pinedo with the rebound.
Neely better be careful sacking that much off Ashby.
End to end, doesn't get the dunk, but it does go in. Little lucky there. But Watford on the other end, just quick as lightning.
You cannot rest on your laurels against this Queens offense, especially with Watford, who's always looking to attack and get to the bucket.
Watford now in double figures. His career high against a Division I opponent with 11. Has 3 assists and 2 rebounds to go with it. Here's Justin Neely. He had 9 points in the first half, laid up and in. They are getting audible counts. Once it got under 10, they got a 10 count from the bench to let them know. Like you said, lots of communication needed when that shot clock is out on the right side. Queens has theirs in front of them. Berman, 3, cash.
That's too easy, and once again, Watford sets that up with his physicality and his ability to work you off the dribble.
Pull up, Whitehead, long 2 is good.
How about Whitehead coming into the game, averaging 13.5 points a game? That's his first bucket, Nick. He's definitely got to get going here in this second half. Can't be all on Younger and Neely. He's got to get involved.
Man, from the corner, no good, too strong. Neely grabs a rebound, one of the best rebounders in the country. Marville bounces off, floater no good. Man pokes it out. Here's Neely, goes up, draws the contact, can't get the bucket.
It's got to be a coaching thing, too, that comes from Mike Jones, emphasizing the importance of making sure his guys are able to draw contact, especially when they're inside. They've been living at the foul line throughout the season, and that is also the case here tonight.
Neely will be at the line, making sure a spot gets dried up. Pinedo's gonna check on out, brings in Dumas Cazones, and it's gonna be him subbing out once again because of the blood by, I believe, his right knee. We'll get that addressed so he can quickly check back into this one because they'll need him. Neely at the line. Second in the conference with 47 total rebounds. He's 31st nationally. He's 8th nationally in rebounds per game, 11.8.
I'm looking at Marville. I'm looking at Whitehead. 2 of your guards that you really need to add to the scoring here. Can they knock down some shots from the outside? Can they penetrate and set the table for some of these other players? But you really need those guys to get involved and add to the scoring so the Spartans can get back in this game.
Long one, Cashby. He's on the climb towards the all-time record for field goals, three-point field goals made for the Queens Royals. Coming into this one, he was 43 away from breaking it. Here's a corner, Younger. Good on the other side for UNCG. This one, Ashby, 4 threes already for him. Now he's shooting 50% from deep.
Younger's led the way here for the Spartans tonight. 14 points now for him.
Berman driving. Watford was right there on a cut. Man. Go in. At the rim, the finish. He's got 2.
Just working on KJ Younger.
Long one. Whitehead can't get it. Man takes the rebound.
The box out by both Berman and Larson that time.
Long one. Again, no good for Ashby.
Give Whitehead some credit there. He did contest and shut down the space.
Younger. Hop step, tried to Euro and float. Draws the foul as we are under 16 minutes left in the second half. Royals extending their lead up 64-51.
If you want total health care from a provider you trust,
Hi, Blair.
right in the palm of your hand, if you want soup, sweatpants, and 0 in-person contact, if you want wellness wherever, our virtual primary care delivers with great website manner.
No worries.
So choose your doctor from our profiles and enjoy the healthiest online relationship you've ever had. House calls have evolved. Atrium Health.
Welcome to the Atlantic Sun, where heart-pounding moments are born and where champions rise above, where speed defies limits and precision finds its mark, where millions of fans nationwide cheer for excellence, determination, and fairness, where public, private, and faith-based schools compete side by side, fostering sportsmanship and unity. From the beaches to the mountains, the Atlantic Sun is the destination.
Before a city turns to you for answers, before the stories that need telling are told, and our nation's biggest companies look to you to make their next big move. Whenever, however, you're called upon to step up, Queens will prepare you to do just that. Because here, Royals rise.
So a little bit of action as we went to break. In front of the bench, number 24 in blue, Yoav Berman, says something there. That earned him a technical. So he comes out of this. He checks out of this game, takes a spot on the bench for the Royals, but he was assessed a technical in that break.
Yep, was walking by, and you're right in front of all the players, and officials are right near you as well. So as soon as he said whatever he said, you had members of the Spartan bench who were signaling for the tech, and of course it was called.
And Hannah was outside the Queens huddle, so we'll kick it to her. Hannah, what you got?
Yeah, guys, Coach Leonard obviously not happy in that last timeout, especially at Yoav Berman receiving that technical foul. He came over to the bench, was yelling at him profusely, saying that is not how we do it here. We need to be disciplined, seek discipline, stay down, keep your heads down, and remember to be the better man. I don't care what they say to you. Just continue to play the game that we play, guys.
Thank you, Hannah. Obviously something Grant Leonard's not going to be happy about, especially from a guy who he trusts and puts as much on his plate as Yoav Berman.
Yes, a veteran player. Just a sophomore, but he's been around the game for a very long time.
Played at high levels, too.
Mm-hmm.
He's seen some action against professional teams.
Yes, he has.
In his time. So there are the free throws from Whitehead. And that brings everyone down to the free throw line, with Younger now shooting his shots. So 2 shots there and possibly a good swing. You think about it, you're up around 14. Then if they can get 4 points, you're letting them back into 10 without really having to work too hard.
A definite momentum shift here potentially for Greensboro.
So they can bring it to 9, actually, as Noah Norgard, the freshman from Denmark, checks in. He'll be the 2 alongside Whitehead, with Marville getting a rest. Good from Younger there.
They want to get Norgard going as well. I mean, this is a guy who's always looking for his three-point shot. All he makes is threes. Coming into the activity right now, he's been pretty quiet, just 2 points for him, but if he can get going from beyond the arc, it's another way that the Spartans can chip away at this deficit.
4 players in double figures for Queens, 2 in Neely and Younger, as the fadeaway doesn't go for Ashby. Those 2 have double digits for UNCG. Here's Whitehead. He only has 4 points. Down low, Calzones, the underneath finish.
Just a great bounce pass there. Off the dribble, drawing defenders, finding an open man for a really nice, high percentage look.
Here's Watford, kicking to the corner. Nazman, 3, in and out. Jabril battling. Larson, the rebound. And a foul on the floor going against UNCG. That's going to be addressed to Calzones. Gets his 3rd.
Yeah, that's the 3rd foul from Calzones, and he has been physical. He and Larson have really been going at it throughout the night. Good foul call there, and Calzones has got to be a little bit more careful here in the final 15 minutes.
Norgard just goes down. Ashby kicking it around Larson. Ashby has Neely on him. Around the horn, man. Goes up, contact, no bucket. 2 shots for Nazman.
Coming into this season, Queens felt that Nazman was ready, poised for the big leap. That this would be his year. Of course, you know he's the younger brother of Hornets guard Trey Mann, and it runs in the family, of course, but his point scoring is up from last year. And I tell you, if you give him, I say give him a couple weeks, maybe even a month, month and a half, I think he could really be one of the absolute best guards that we see in this conference. It feels like it's his time. It feels like it's his moment to take that next step.
It really does, and Grant Leonard feels the same way, talking about all the players they were able to get back. He said Nazman, Yoav Berman, 2 guys that really are taking that next step and entered into starting roles this year. That's why it's been so valuable, and probably a big reason Queens is on top of that Queens coaches, ASUN coaches poll. Neely, across the top. Gets the foul and the bucket. Neely, the big man's got 15, a chance for another.
6'6", 220, physical, but can handle the ball. That's a clear and obvious foul there by Ashby. But Neely, man, I tell you, you look at him and you say, oh, he's nothing but a rebounder. He just wants to crash the boards. He wants to get his easy second chance opportunities. But then you watch him run this offense. You watch him handle the basketball. You watch him with confidence get the ball where it needs to go, and you realize that he is as complete a player as you're going to find on this team.
He really is. He's been doing so much for them, has 2 double-doubles. Ashby was trying to slip it through to Larson and goes out of bounds, luckily staying on this end of the floor for Ashby.
And that big double-digit lead that we saw a moment ago is dwindled down to 6 now.
It was up to 14. Ashby in for man. Goes up, off the glass and in.
Now guard trying to draw the charge that time, did not get the call. I like what I'm seeing there from Queens. That three-point shot hasn't been falling here in the first 6.5 minutes as it did in the first half. Go back inside.
Takeaway, Ashby diving for it. Pinedo grabbing for the jump ball. Did they get the timeout first? And they're saying jump ball, so Spartans possession.
Queens was trying to get that timeout, but they did not have possession before that. There you see the swipe and the hustle. Ashby getting on the floor, was trying to get that timeout, but did not have possession cleanly before that.
8-point game. Afinda also, he came off the bench. Yet to find a bucket, but diving there, trailing Ashby and getting on the floor to try and get that ball. Both these teams want it bad. 94 miles separating these two schools, in-state foes. SoCon ASUN challenge here. Last year, Queens took down VMI and Western Carolina. Schweiger gets his second foul.
Good job there by Marvell, who has good quickness. He's a young, fast guard who put it on the floor and just attack. He just put his head down there more or less and went right at the Queens defense.
Marvell only getting his second point right there. There's his third. 3 of 4 at the line. He is empty-handed from the field.
Queens just 2 for 6 from beyond the arc here in the first 7 minutes of the second half.
Schwieger trying to change that. There's one.
And the key, he got those feet set. And when he let that ball go, nothing but confidence from his hand.
He's got 2 threes now, 6 points. Younger kicking it around. Marvell looking for his first shot away from the charity stripe. Norgard driving. Unhindered to the rim, 2 points.
Unhindered is right. This is what the Spartans want to do. Ball screen, drive. And if you don't get the 2, you get to the foul line. They've been there 25 times.
25 times, 19 of 25, shooting 76%. Queens has only been 7. In 7 attempts, I mean. Larson, long ball, no good. Schwieger kicks it out. Watford gets the rebound. Jabril. Here's Jordan Watford, the outstanding freshman from South Carolina. Gets it back, 11 points for him. Underneath, Larson gets it up and in. Great look.
It's just a great pass, man. But that starts because he's able to turn the corner on the Greensboro defender. You cannot allow Watford to get that kind of momentum.
The freshman has 11 points and 6 assists. Neely has nothing against Schwieger, trying to work the pivot foot, doesn't go. Man keeps it in. 9-point lead for Queens. They're trying to build on it. Watford, man, 3, no. Marvell with the board.
Will Queens stay committed to the three-point shots? They're not falling here in this second half, and it's keeping the door open for the Spartans a bit.
foul. Going down hard there was Neely. And we'll go to a break off of that. Schwieger picks up his third. Royals up 9. Well, going into the break, Grant Leonard did not seem too happy with the officials, and we'll take a look why. Here's that battle between Schwieger and Neely.
You see the right hand there from Neely, the hook. He's been doing that throughout the night, and as we were going into the commercial break, you saw the Queens players there just sort of signal that. And I think that's the reason Grant Leonard was unhappy there during the timeout.
Possibly asking Michael Terry to keep his eye out, as, like you said, seems like something Neely's made a trend of. So Neely at the line, down by 9 here. Important free throws, a team that does not shoot from the line very well. 60% coming into tonight.
But much better than that here tonight.
Much better, hits the first there.
20 for 26 from the foul strike.
They're 11 of 12 in the second half, too. We talked about how if you can't hit your free throws and cash in on the amount of times they get to the line, it's going to be tough to beat. So if they can keep on stacking on that number, could be a recipe for success. Gets it down to 8 after missing the second. Here's Jabril. Cam Clark back out for Grant Leonard from Memphis, Tennessee. Here he is again. 2 JUCO stops, was at Cleveland State Community College. Schwieger, no good. Clark gets the board, put back, but the clock was, there was issues with the clock. Don't really know how that one will come out. So UNCG, ball at the baseline.
The 3 did not hit the rim.
So they're calling it a shot clock violation. Couldn't tell if it was a foul, if it was ball out of bounds, what was happening there. So get that cleared up. UNCG, 10 minutes left to go in the game. Norgard put back. They're saying a foul on the floor. As Calzonis tried to go up through it.
It's a hold on Larson, yeah. He was holding inside.
So they'll get Avante Parker in to sub him out. Chris Ashby coming in and Carson Schwieger bumping.
Nothing's really changed, though, for Greensboro. Their game plan has been the same. Be physical, attack the glass. They've been living in the paint. It was something that Grant Leonard was concerned about going into the halftime break. Nothing has changed. Greensboro continues to be effective on the inside. They've got 32 points in the paint in this game. That's almost half their 66. They have been living inside against this Queens team, and they've been able to hang around because of that.
Missing there. Berman gets the rebound. Exactly halfway through the second half action. A SoCon A-Sun battle here in Charlotte. Berman. Easy bucket, wide open.
Yep, and a higher percentage shot. I like some of the little two-man action there we saw with Berman and Parker. Get that ball inside. Your three-point shots are not falling right now, but you've got so much skill. You can penetrate and move against this Greensboro defense.
Berman's got 12. He dropped 22 against Duquesne. Answered back by Pinedo.
Did you see that beautiful Euro step by Pinedo? Step through, thing of beauty.
Man, spinning. Left hand draws the foul. Afinda is going to get called. Second foul for him. This man went down hard to the floor. So man heads to the line for two. So Mann is going to the bench right here. Think he needs to get checked by the trainers. He's pointing at his nose, so possible a nosebleed.
It really has been a physical game, though.
It really has.
On both sides.
Couple blood stoppages.
You ought to play more often. 34 years? Far too long.
1991.
Come on, man.
Get a look at some trivia here. Entering the 25-26 NBA season, which country other than the U.S. has had the most players play in at least one game? Armand, what's your crack at this one? Behind the U.S.
I'm going to say Canada.
See, that's where my head was going, too. It's the closest, obviously.
Yeah.
Easier to recruit or scout from.
But is that too easy an answer, though?
I feel like it is.
I feel like I'm being set up.
I really feel like it is. So we'll think on that. We'll come back to that one.
Well, you got to give me your choice, too.
I'm trying. Marville swatted Parker. Jabril kicked out Berman as they go quick, slowing down. Jabril takes the corner. Three, good. Ooh, I'll go Spain.
Okay, I'm with that. You said it with such exuberance too, like you know it's right.
I saw the Spanish flag up in the rafters here at Curry Arena. Got inspired. You mentioned Pinedo, Pau Gasol. Thought of that.
I did.
You sparked something there. So thank you. Pinedo, Spaniard driving called. Luckily they don't collide. As Avante Parker went up, seems to have some pain in that left hand for Pinedo. Neely checks back in for UNCG.
Spartans have given up 90 or more points in 3 of their first 4 games, and they're on track to do it again here tonight. But I will say, as interesting as that fact is and how this game is looking, they've still been sort of making Queens earn these baskets here. Those three-point shots are not falling the way they were in the first half, and when Queens is taking the ball on the floor, the Spartans have made it tough.
Only 4 triples have fallen for Queens in the second half, and I say only because it's 4 of 11. Berman pops it up. Pinedo gets his own rebound. Goes up. Can't get the 2. Ashby in the corner. Can't keep it in. He was going to try and sling it, but steps out of bounds.
Pinedo got to be a little softer there with that layup. He's right at the rim. Doesn't have to try and drop that one in with so much force.
Goes back out of bounds, stays with the Spartans. Both these teams building themselves very challenging schedules. Already mentioned Kansas State and NC State that were on the road to this one for UNCG. Queens has Virginia coming up, Wake Forest, couple SEC opponents as Neely steps on the line. He's out of bounds. That is a turnover, but Queens starting to get going. Slow start, Avante Parker, the swat. Well, Jabril, the three on the other end. Queens back up big. They got 12 on UNCG. Well, going back to our trivia question, which country other than the U.S. has had the most players play in at least one game entering the 25-26 NBA season? You said Canada. I'm locking in with Spain, so we have some different answers. I believe we have the top 10. We do. Canada, number one. Armand nailed it. Spain's 9. I'm on the graphic. If I wasn't on the graphic, I would have been really,
you don't get
really,
credit for that. You're
really
too far
disappointed.
down to try
hey,
and claim
I will
credit.
take personal credit
on
that one. I'm in the top 10.
Now,
Serbia was high up there, though.
Yeah, they were giving out T-shirts. Do you have something for me? I won.
I don't. Our producer might. He's the one who came up with the question. So Jim Piscatelli, a great producer, putting this one on. Get a prize ready. 80-68 here. 7.5 minutes left to go. UNCG got it down to a 6-point lead for the Royals, 66-60. Here's Neely going into the post with him. Had the matchup against man. Kisses the glass for 2.
It's just skill on skill. Neely on the block, comfortable inside, working on man. And even though man brings good defense, Neely is there with better offense.
Ashby cashes in a 3. That's number now 5 on the game for him. He averages around 5 threes a game. Kicked outside, Norgard. Younger. Takes the 3. It's good, over the top of Ben Jabril.
That was not an easy shot. to just pull up there, man.
Van Jabril is 6'9" and probably has a 7'5" wingspan when you look at him. Norgard kicks out, intercepted by Avante Parker. Didn't see him coming from the back end.
It's been a challenging night. Nagar's been trying to get going offensively. Yep.
Van Jabril gets called on a foul. That's his fourth, so he's in deep foul trouble now. Younger gets knocked down. Spartans are now in bonus territory. They're in double bonus now.
Another look near the right wing. Force yourself through the screen like that. Watford is back in the game after an explosive first half with 9 points, 3 assists. Just 2 points here in the second half.
It's the starting lineup for Queens minus Nas Man right now. Pinedo can't get the finish at the rim.
A couple of times Pinedo's been at the rim and just has not had a soft enough touch on that one.
It's been Neely and Younger doing the offensive work, 19 for both of them. Berman fakes in on Neely. Pumping up, gets fouled. Let's see who it goes to. And it's gonna be Pinedo. So, getting to go to the line from Tel Aviv, Israel. You'll have Berman. Definitely has aspirations to add to the Israeli numbers in the NBA. Made 9 free throws. Food Lion is the proud sponsor of The Score. To give more program for each free throw the Royals make in today's game, Food Lion Feeds will donate 100 meals to Queens Campus Food Pantry. So far tonight, they have donated, I believe, 900 meals. Now 1,000 with that one. 10 of 11 for the Royals here in the second half, as Berman will now head to the bench up 11.
You just made a point, though, about the Spartans needing that extra score. Besides Neely, besides Younger, who will that person be?
There's Neely missing at the rim this time. Snake bit are the Spartans. Watford, end to end. Can't get it. Parker going for another putback. Ashby's on the other end, has Whitehead swatted. This time it's Jordan Watford. You said he's done it all? Hadn't seen that yet.
Where did he come from? Watch him. Bam! As clean as a whistle, too. Oh, man, what a joy it is to watch this guy work.
Tonight, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, and a block.
He's got next-level talent, Nick. I don't say that all the time, but I really do believe that Jordan Watford can do just about whatever he wants in his basketball career.
I mean, this kid had high-level programs looking at him. Was the Max Preps Player of the Year in South Carolina as UNCG puts one in with Neely. Or excuse me, Whitehead got that bucket. 6 points for him tonight. Taken away. Turnover for the Royals. Neely, other end. No swat this time, but it doesn't go in. Foul going against Pinedo. He's going to pick up his third.
It is getting tight now. Expect this game to slow down a bit. Half-court offenses are going to have to execute. And Neely's been so ball dominant here in this game. I really want to see who is that next player going to be. Neely's had the ball so much. He's played so many minutes here tonight. but one of these guards is going to have to help him out. I'm looking at Whitehead right now in particular. Can he be able to generate some offense for this Spartans team?
Looks like Marville slipped a little bit, and actually Jordan Watford kind of paused and pointed at the spot. Official quick to stop that and make sure that floor gets all dried up. Make sure it's as safe as possible for these players. 4:27 to go. And Armand, UNCG has been able to keep this one in that 9-10 range. It's dipped, or it's gone beyond that, but as long as they can keep it in here right now, 4:25 to go, they're right in it.
Yeah, they got it down to 6. It was 66-60. I think that's as close as they've gotten here in the second half.
Keeping it in striking distance. Miss from Ashby opens the door. Whitehead driving, quick stop. What a bucket. Whitehead cashes.
That's what you want to see. He's got the skill. He's got the talent. This is your leading scorer on this team for a reason. Sets the table for this offense. He's always moving. He's a great playmaker. This is what you're seeing.
And there's Schwieger picking up where he left off against Sacred Heart. Rains down another 3 threes for 9 points. Here's Whitehead again, go to the hot hand. Ashby with great defense,
yes,
stays
indeed
on top of him. Marville up and in, fouled. It's gonna go against Berman. Picks up his 4th, if so, which is problematic for Grant Leonard and Queens. 10-point lead for the Royals over the Spartans in crunch time.
The first question out of a kid's mouth is, when can I get back to doing what I want to do?
So in 2019, I was in class and I was doing a jump that I've been doing since I was maybe 6 years old. And my foot went one knee, my knee went the other, and my knee dislocated. It amazes me how I went through what I went through and I was still able to continue my dreams.
We will be relocating our conference headquarters to the city of Jacksonville, and we're really excited to help be fuel to your fire of what you've got going on here in the city of Jacksonville.
Hang another banner. A-Sun banners, the A-Sun Championship, and are going to the NCAA tournament for the first time. Sun Championship.
Here, strength comes from within. Practice makes perfect.
And curiosity knows no bounds.
I believe Queens graduates will create a better tomorrow. Where we go next? That's up to us.
Looking at what's coming up for the Queens Royals, they'll head on the road for the next 2. Furman and then an ACC test with Virginia. Gardner-Webb, that's here back at home and on WCCB. Then South Carolina State and Wake Forest back on the road. And then they're not including, after that, it goes Wake Forest, Arkansas, Auburn. That's a fun stretch.
Easy peasy, right?
Yeah. All on the road.
Yep.
All getting to go to an ACC. Well, actually 2 ACCs if you link Virginia in that. And then 2 SEC programs going against Coach Cal. Already had Villanova on the schedule, playing them on November 8th, losing 94-74 against the Wildcats. Here's Watford, 9-point lead once again for the Royals as they protect it with 3:15. Man, open slot. No one's there for UNCG. He'll take 2.
Great ball fake that time by man. Confusing 2 Spartan defenders for the easy bucket.
Whitehead's gonna try it. No good. Berman grabs the rebound. You'll have Berman 4 fouls, so keep an eye on it. Next one, he's got to go. That was his 5th rebound. Mann and Watford.
I feel like the Spartans could have gotten a better look than that one just a moment ago.
And Whitehead is going to get called with the foul. Too physical with Ashby coming around that pick. Just his 3rd.
That is what you get with a player in Chris Ashby. Not just the talent, not just the shooting ability, but the intelligence. Those intangibles, they always end up mattering in the end.
He heads to the line. Grad student from Junior, Texas. Played at Paris Junior College and then came to Queens and has been there ever since. Or been here ever since, I should say. $13-point lead, 91-78. Ashby pumping it up. So Ashby now with 17, leading the way here. Marville tries it from deep, nothing but net, and a quick timeout for Coach Mike Jones. As we'll step aside for one last time. 10-point game, Royals up on the Spartans, but plenty of time to get back in it. Here at Curry Arena, 10-point lead for the home crowd team. Queens Royals 91-81 over UNCG. Queens coming into this season for the first time in the D1 era with a target on their back. Number 1 in the coaches poll in the ASUN, projected by the coaches to win it, which means when people come in to play you and teams come to play you, they're going to give you their best because that's what they're expecting from you, a top quality team, and Queens showing that here tonight.
And give Queens some credit. After really not doing a good job of getting to the foul line in the first half, they've done a much better job of being physical. Now, granted, those three-point shots were falling in the first half, but when the shots aren't falling, the question then becomes, how do you adjust as a team? And Queens has done that, getting to the foul line, 8 of 9 from the charity stripe here in the second half, and that's how they've been able to hold on to this lead.
Watford goes up, wanted the foul, won't get it, but he'll happily take 2. He's got 13. Younger goes in, the bump and the bucket. Chance at 3.
They just don't go away. Head down, downhill, against contact. It's all they want. It's what they live for. And they have been able to keep. Queens has had more than 10 fouls for I don't know how long. Greensboro's been living in the bonus here in this second half because they've been able to draw all this contact from this Queens defense.
UNCG has shot over double the amount of free throws that Queens has shot in this game. They've shot total 13, UNCG 33.
Time now for Queens to run some clock as much as they can here.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Mann will drive. Kicked out, gets touched, but Ashby, does he have enough air? There's a double team. He takes the shot. No good. Whitehead. Timeout called by Mike Jones. At least that's what one of the officials pointed.
It's official timeout. I guess another wet spot.
So yes, it was an official timeout. Officials timeout. They're going to get the wet spot cleaned up, so we won't have these two teams meet, though Mike Jones will take advantage and get a quick talk with his squad. Grant Leonard, a minute 18 to wait. Up by 10, minute 18 of clock time.
Sometimes you just don't know. I mean, Queens, we talked about their defense and how it has been at times smothering, and Greensboro has just found a way, man, to work this Queens defense, be physical, keep attacking downhill just like that right there. That was too easy.
Marville stopped. Watford blew right by. 8-point game. Here's the press. Watford, the freshman, has to deal with it. Goes up. Mann keeps it in. They break it. Mann tries to float one up. Pinedo blocks it. Watford, huge rebound. No foul taken away. UNCG. Younger, other end. He's fouled by Ashby. Goes down really hard. Seems to be in a good amount of pain. They're going to send both teams to their benches as he's quickly checked on by the trainer. Really hope to see that KJ Younger is okay.
And I tell you, going full speed like that, Spartan bench wanted something more than just a common foul. So far, that is where it stands.
See the UNCG trainer checking in on him as an assistant coach coming in as well. So these are officials. Michael Terry, Devin Page, and Nicholas Heater will take a look. See if it is anything more than just that common foul.
We'll get a look. He does grab the right arm. Ashby does grab that arm. Not really making much of a play for the ball. Watch Ashby here. So he makes an initial swipe and then he grabs the arm and just holds on to it.
Good to see Younger get up, walking off on his own power. Scary fall there. So glad to see he's up and okay. They still will decide if this is a common or flagrant. So looking at the rule that would make it a flagrant 2, excessive, severe, or extreme contact, also extreme, vulgar, or abusive, but you got to consider all those points right there, the severity of it, potential for injury while the player's in a vulnerable position, and hard contact to the head or anything of that nature. Also, as like you said, Armand, we saw Ashby just the grab of the arm. So we'll get clarification, one of the officials coming over, and we'll let Armand clean that up once we hear it.
shots right here. And then Greensboro's going to get the ball on the baseline with 20 seconds.
Flagrant 1 is the call, so they change it from a common foul to a flagrant 1. Of course, Grant Leonard is unhappy about that, but I think because he grabbed the arm and did not let go right away, I think that factors into why that foul has changed from a common to a flagrant 1.
So Younger will get to shoot at the charity stripe. And it's an 8-point game right now. So these free throws absolutely crucial right now.
Yeah, this game is not over.
Younger hits the first. 7-point game now. Younger's got 22, leading the way for UNCG. Misses the second. It'll stay at 7. Everyone else will come back in. It'll be UNCG ball at the baseline. So that's the thing. You get the 2 shots and you retain possession.
You need something quick, and you have time to attack here. It's what they've been doing all game long.
3 timeouts for Queens, 2 for UNCG. Now that it's getting close, something to keep an eye on. Whitehead, he's short. Parker got it, and the Royals use one of those 3 timeouts. And they'll talk things over. It looks like they are going to bring Watford and Schwieger back in. 39 on the clock, a 30-second timeout. So a quick talk here.
Been a tough night for Whitehead. We've been looking for him. I know I have been looking for him to see if he would be another contributor offensively. And he's 0 for 6 from the 3-point line, 3 of 10 from the field. He's been trying to get going. You saw it even on that last play, trying to create space and knock down a jump shot. But it has just been a difficult night for Whitehead, especially from the outside.
It has been, and coming up on Sunday, the women's basketball team for Queens got a win tonight, 76-65. So they'll try to take that momentum and head to Columbia, South Carolina, take on the number 2 ranked Gamecocks, 2 p.m. Eastern on SEC Network Plus. A big test for them, and always great to go up against top-tier competition. Can't get much top tier than the South Carolina Gamecocks with Don Staley. Is a foul from UNCG. Berman's gonna head to the line. Avante Parker, Gus Larson coming in, bringing in some size off the bench.
Your rebounders and your defenders in there. Berman's had an interesting night. Technical foul, 4 of 10 from the field, 13 points.
Maybe not the way he scripted it, but he'll take the first. Gets an opportunity at a second, back to an 8-point lead.
Attack the glass. Everybody has to be alert.
That is a 14th free throw for the Royals. They are shooting lights out from the line.
Yeah, impressive 93% from the foul line. That's going to get it done every time.
30 seconds. Marville end to end. Cam Clark comes down with the rebound, draws the foul as we're getting to that time of the game. There'll be some more shots.
We said earlier in this game, Greensboro averages 8 3-point shots a contest. They're 5 of 16 right now. They got all they could ever want in terms of offensive productivity from Younger and Neely, but they just really have not been able to get that third scorer in this game. And this high-powered Queens offense here tonight has necessitated Greensboro needing one more guy to give them 15, give them 17 points. And they just have not been able to lock down that one guy here tonight, and it's going to probably end up costing them here.
Likely will. Clark with that first free throw, huge offensive board here, and now Ashby fouled. Best free throw shooter on this team for the Royals. You look at Queens, they went 9 deep into their bench. With Cam Clark getting that free throw, every one of them has gotten a point. A real team effort here. Nazman, 10 points. Avante Parker, 14. Chris Ashby, 17. Jordan Watford, 13. And Yoav Berman, 15, all in double figures.
And still, even with some of the struggles they've had from the three-point line here in the second half, they're still north of 53%. Both teams are. So what you have seen tonight is both these teams really be able to get what they want offensively. The difference is really in the three-point shots. Queens making 15 of them and Greensboro making just 5.
23 seconds left. Whitehead will likely take a quick shot. Actually, he'll go all the way to the rim. Foul and 1. Chance for 3.
You can't foul him if you're Parker there. Tough way to pick up your 4th foul.
4th with 17 seconds left. Yoav Berman and Carson Schwieger come in. Parker will go back to the bench along with Ben Jabril and Cam Clark.
Whitehead has been fighting to the very end here.
Hits it, 97-89. Last time Queens scored 100 or more points was back December 9th, 2023 against Carolina University. Berman is fouled, so that'll give him 2 shots at the line. Can't get to the century mark yet, but possibly 2 points closer if he can connect here at the line. Been a great game. A lot of moments where Queens seemed like they may run away with it. It was double figures for a good amount of time, but UNCG never was out of this thing, and definitely in their minds, they were not out of it for a second.
Yeah, Mike Jones even said after their last game, their loss to Austin Peay, look, nobody's going to give it to us. We're going to have to keep fighting. Whatever we get, whenever we get that first victory, it'll be because we earned it.
99. Queens back up 10.
They're knocking on the door are these Spartans, but they've got a little bit more knocking to do before they get that first victory. But a lot of encouragement even in a loss like this one.
Here's Whitehead, launches, and splashes one. Those are 2 big three-point plays from Whitehead here at the end. Down by 7 now with 11 seconds.
And hasn't he come on strong here in the last few minutes? I was asking the question, where are you, Whitehead? Well, here he is. He launched that thing from way downtown.
And the way he gets up on that shot, how high he's able to elevate to get that 3 off, is from the bottom of the queue here at Curry Arena.
No points in the first half. All 14 of his points have come here in the second half. In the last few minutes, he's really stood out. Continuing to fight to the end. That's got to make Mike Jones happy, despite what looks to be a loss here. They continued to scrap against this Queens team.
He was 0 for 3 and all 3 in the first half, and all 3 of those shots were from beyond the arc. So second half, he just kept on shooting, and they started to fall. 14 points for him.
And that free throw number really stands out too. 24 of 36 for Greensboro. You get to the line that many times. A lot of points left on the board.
There's the foul. Nazman will head to the line for a chance at 100 with 7 seconds left to go.
Now, do the fans get something for 100, Nick? Do you know?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Wonder if the players get anything for 100. Triple digits. First time in nearly 2 years if they're able to do it here. Gets it. 100. 192. First time that the Queens Royals have scored 100 or more points since December 9th back in 2023, and they did it against Carolina University, this time doing against UNC Greensboro. .101 for Mann. Nazman 11 points for him, now 12 with that last one. Goes up and in. Larson will pass it in to finish this game up, and that'll be all said and done from Curry Arena. A 101-94 ball game. Armand, this was just a race. Who can get 95 plus quicker, and it was Queens.
Queens with an impressive offensive performance. Really a lot done in the first half with those three-point shots. Allowed them to create the distance and then keep the Spartans at bay for the 7-point victory.
Big victory for the Royals, and the Royals were 20 of 23 tonight from the free throw line, which means another 2,000 meals donated to Queens Campus Food Pantry through Food Lion Feed. So awesome to see the Royals doing great on the line. They were efficient in what they had. They only were there 23 times, but cashing in 20 of those. 40% from the field for Queens, 40% from deep for Queens in the end. Both teams shot extremely efficient inside the three-point line, that 2-point range. But Queens just shot so well to start this game, and they were letting it fly from three. They ended up winning the rebound battle as well, 18-14. And right now, Hannah Brady's got our player of the game.
Jordan, you were one of 5 Royals tonight in double figures. Just how was this team able to play so balanced offensively?
Just every day since the summer, just learning each other's roles, finding each other's spot, finding each other was good. We got weapons all over from 1 through 15, 1 through 16. We got weapons from all over, so just finding everybody.
Some love from your teammates right there, Jordan, but your first time in the starting lineup for you. How is this moment?
First collegiate start, it was good, but whether I'm starting or not, I just wanted to come out, play hard, help my team get a dub, and I was just blessed for the opportunity to play another basketball game today. So that's all, really.
You can feel the energy starting to spark on this team. How does this win fuel the confidence as you head to play against Furman and then Virginia?
It feels good. With this one, we came out, we won. Kind of felt like we gave up too many points defensively, but overall, we had a good game. But now this game in the past, like G say, celebrated till midnight. Then tomorrow, we right back prepping for Furman.
We'll enjoy this one, Jordan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
The freshman Jordan Watford, not acting much like a freshman. Today's player of the game brought to you by Food Lion, Jordan Watford.
How impressive is this guy, man? Bringing energy off the bench, and then he comes in to start and electric right away. There's very little he won't do for this team, especially on the offensive end. The 6 assists is really impressive. That penetration ability, allowing other players offensively to get their offense going. Just a really strong performance, and the sky is the limit for this guy. Oh, his future is so bright for Mr. Watford. Great game tonight.
Extremely bright for that young man who finishes up with a great day. 11 points, 6 assists to go along with it. And with that being said, 101-94, Queens gets the win. For Armand Brody, Hannah Brady, our entire crew, I'm Nick Kloss saying so long from Charlotte. Queens gets the win over UNCG. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Thanks for watching.